Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy with today's micro market recap. Speaking of which, today is Tuesday, March 22nd. We are 5 minutes or so from the close, New York close here in our equities. With that said, gold and oil are already closed, so let's go ahead and see what happened today. We opened slightly above the range and slightly above the close in oil here. We had immediately seen selling, and they went to that close, and they kind of bounced off of it and came back and tested the high of the opening, and they just got shot down. And the majority of the day was just spent in this area here that you see right in front of you. But there were some attempts to break out higher, and they just couldn't quite get there. So we did eventually close today around 109.50 or so. So not a huge move overall. I mean, relatively to what it is doing now. I mean, if we talk about how oil used to act, those are still large moves. These bars are still huge, very volatile nonetheless in terms of that size. Moving on to gold, we opened pretty close to the close, just below it, I want to say, right below this level here. So that resistance kicked in, and it fought it to get up higher. It finally got to that close. I guess that's where they wanted to go before turning that sucker around and making some lows that they tested, and finally settling back down in between its range that it did today. So we did close net lower in both oil and gold. Now our equities, you can see they're well up here. They're above the contract range high that we saw that was created yesterday. So we opened in balance pretty much at the close from yesterday, and right off the bat, winner at that edge that was given to our students the night before, and they just didn't really come back down here. They just melted all the way up, and they stayed that way, making new highs, getting up to that 4,500 mark again, almost to the 645.16 in the ES. Now NASDAQ, similar story. Scroll back here for you. It just had a little bit more trouble breaking through that high, so it actually opened below its close, I believe, and found support at that edge, came up, some resistance. You can see it's translated over to here as support. Finally broke through, made some new highs, and they just couldn't get above this. Sellers were trying to make them stay in this area, I guess, but eventually after it tested that other support, came up and started making some new highs. So you can just see how it just melted up there, and we'll be closing, looks like here any minute. Very large bars with some new highs in our equities here for the day. So we are finished net positive in the equities, and we're net down in oil and gold. With that said, if you are interested in learning how to trade futures, or even get these levels onto your charts the night prior to the next trade session, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us online at targettradingacademy.com, or go to Facebook, and we have a page there as well. You can get in touch with the representative at either location, and they'll quickly show you the ropes of what we do, and you'll see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world. We look forward to seeing you.